Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Get over. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Fight! Excellent. Cyrax, Sector, Smoke, Montaro, Jade, Kitana, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, Jax, Marina, Johnny Cage, Raiden, Kung Lao, Reptile. Come on. You can. Simmer down. Ermac, Shiva, Lei, Psylocke, Shao Kahn.
Welcome ladies and gentlemen, to the 26th edition of the CSO Cup. My name is Tabo, and with me is the lovely GX Alpha.
Hello.
And we have some wonderful news for you, because as of now, the CSO Cup will be part of the OC Super Series, which is an additional tournament event. Like your OC points basically count as 2. Not only for the whole circuit, but for the Super Series as well. Like 3 playoffs a year, huge tournaments, yada yada yada. That means for us that we have weekly CSO Cups now. Isn't it amazing? And the contenders will be moved to Sundays and will be continued every other week, if I'm correctly informed.
Yep, that's what I heard as well.
Alternation with Metal League Madness, which may or may not.
Yeah, may or may not be every other week.
Yeah,
it may also be like once a month. I don't think that's entirely set in stone yet. But yeah, stacked bracket tonight.
Hell yeah. A couple of great players. They're sadly just waiting for some to show up, but...
Yeah. You can see 15 out of the 17 on screen. I rudely cut off the round 1 match so that the bracket would fit nicely on stream and that you can actually read the names. Now we're having Christiana, of course, as I mean pretty much always.
Yeah, some are only correct. Bystork, Art, Botwinick, some familiar names. Trigger even.
That's a new one here.
B-Rail, I can just read all of them, honestly. Like, they're all fantastic players. And we might start with B was Rail. And then continue with the winner against the match Cars vs Skillers, which is another amazing series, if you're asking me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check, because some players have checked in, but don't appear to be very online.
Yeah, and the standard ruling for that would be
15 minutes
and then walk over. Yeah.
Exactly. So the series that we're gonna cast might depend on that. In the meantime, this is the friendly reminder for you that you can go and increase that prize pool for free on Match Arena. If you go to type !P or just somehow get to the Match Arena page of this CSO Cup 26. You go, you log in and click claim code. Takes 25 seconds and costs you literally no money. But
it really doesn't.
You increase the money that goes to the players.
Yeah, we should
while we're sorting out this, which series we're casting.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
It's gonna be Rail vs B.
You still have time, don't worry. There's always time to go to Match Arena. Since we just got the lobby invites. Let me tune myself down a little. I think that was a little too much. Should be better now, I think. If you've noticed any difference on screen, tell me if it's better or worse.
Yeah, currently waiting for B still, but considering B and Rail are in the same clan now.
Round 1 team kill. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he is. Let's go.
All players in the lobby now. So,
of all players, including us, our mighty strength in SC2, you mean? Amazing.
Our ability to curse all the games.
Oh yeah.
And after we figured out which races the players are and fix that, we might begin one of the games.
Oh, god damn it! I hope that wasn't heard on stream. I dropped something.
No, it wasn't.
Nobody got hurt. All good. Alright, I can say that I have a better PC than Raid apparently. And
You finished loading already?
I use a laptop. Alright, win. Nice, they continue vetoing violent event. That's
That is hilarious.
Yeah, привет and welcome.
Yeah, second map will be romanticide, whatever that means.
That I have no fucking idea. I'm not Russian.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, I could
So
call my
if someone
brother
of you
because
is
he
Russian.
actually- Yeah, my brother can speak Russian. Maybe I ask him. I have one or two friends who can speak Russian as well, but that is not of any help right now.
Yeah, let's introduce those players. In the top left, the red Protoss for 3D Clan is B.
Bottom right is Clansman. Clansmate? Whatever. It is the Blue Zerg player, B. It is gonna be for sure an interesting one, because both of these players... I mean, I'm gonna curse it right now by saying it, but both of these players usually don't play like extremely standard, or if they play standard, they have like their own twinks to it. They have a certain play style. They're gonna show up each, but maybe, just maybe, I cursed it and we're gonna see an extreme standard game. But let's see. Nothing out of the ordinary as of yet. Both players were just going for expansion builds.
Yeah, it also appears that the chat commands don't work.
Oh, that's sad. I guess you can just copy paste the link, no?
Yeah, give me a second.
It would be great because I need to do it as well. Still. Go live code redeeming. By the way, good day, Electro Eagle in the chat. Electro Eagle 2. I don't know, for some people that's important. And surprise, surprise, we've adapted into Stargate.
Give me a second now. I need to scroll through the Match Arena homepage.
It should be just CSO CU26, no?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I
Okay.
browse events, StarCraft 2 tournaments ready in progress.
I got it.
Is there? Oh, I should have entered I should have entered it in the correct search field, not the filters.
Well, that makes sense.
That would be
Alright,
beneficial.
Oracle, by the way. And we saw this a couple times, like the last... Oh, only 5 codes remaining, though. Oh no, 14. Never mind. You have time, folks. You have time. Alright, enough of these.
Maybe I can't find it on my phone right now. God, this is complicated.
No need to worry about anything.
Looking at the stream at the same time. Trying to do the observing. It didn't really work.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Now
We
I
have
screwed up both.
Burrow, funnily enough, coming up. And the Zerglings in the middle of the map while fighting the Adepts will be able to spot the Oracle, which I would call a huge dub in the terms of the Zoomers. I'm not sure if this is a good fight for the Zerg, but he will get both Adepts and he gets 4 links out, forces the Oracle back, and the Oracle completely without energy. Have to do
Also,
that much.
Twitch chat has successfully corrected me. The previous I said this is B in the Protoss, which obviously
Oh.
it's not. Oh god, this evening is beginning in a great way. Thanks to that Eagle.
I mean, I once heard the greatest things start in disaster, so I'm pretty optimistic for tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, so we have to borrow just for being annoying, I guess. And also we see that, like, Rail, by the way, is not going for your standard Void Ray build. He's... Ah, wait, there's a Void Ray. But he went Robo before Void Ray, which lets me believe... I think he's a huge fan of, like, Disruptor drops in PvZ. I'm not quite certain. But I think I saw him play this a couple times already. Also, like, the Burrow is nice because it keeps... he's built an Observer, but in theory it kept the Oracle home for, like, Revelating, if you want to take the third base, right?
yep. You know, I also could have just...
Disruptor.
I've seen so many Meteorino links. I could have just typed it into the address bar, which I did now. And it worked on first try. There you go.
Alright, anyhow, good people of the chat, click on the link. That's gonna be great.
Now I can go 100% on the casting. Focus.
Hell yeah, be just
Focus on
busy
more
building
power.
drones at this point. I think that's fine. Like, you should know how Rail plays exactly, so he knows he has time to go up to a huge drone count. There's not really a dangerous timing in sight, I think, and B apparently, like, maybe he's gonna play a queen work. Well, I think he lacks the queen for this, to be honest.
Sniping a creep tunnel with
Disruptor.
an disruptor. That's cute.
I mean, he was hoping for more there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. So maybe there's like a queen walk, but I don't think, like, it's just lacking the queens and they don't bank energy and stuff like that. I think he's just gonna play Ravager Bane, I guess. Solid comp.
Yeah.
Good enough. Well, man,
Rail.
while Rail is just...
Likes his gateways.
Yeah, that should have been...
Going
I'm
for
not sure how
6
much of a
additional
commitment
ones.
it's actually gonna be. Yeah, but like, I don't know, that could just be your gateway, your usual gateway explosion, no? It's quite a lot of minerals. So.
Yeah.
Plus one charge. I mean, there's gonna be an Archon Charge of Immortal timing for sure. Charge of Archon Immortal versus Ravager Lingbane. Feels like such an out of meta game. But I don't know, maybe just that's how meta works. Maybe it's just bouncing back in a time. Yeah, these workers have been sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
That's not good. By the way, Vish staying on 66 workers make me hard believe still that he's gonna all in. Because that's not a worker count you want as a Zerg. Staying on 4 base, that should be like some sort of Ravager all in, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, not a single drone on this 4th base expansion.
Yeah.
And he queued up 7 more now.
And he found the
So it might just maybe be a
idle
little of a
workers in the main
safety
base
army.
as well.
Perhaps seeing that many gateways out of rail.
That could be, yeah. That could actually be. This was just scared. We have Baneling's at +1 though. Baneling's speed finishes up now in time as well. And Rail moves out. Moves on creep. Same time. The backstab with the Prism in the main base. Warp in. 4 models already. Oh, this is already hard to deal with.
Yeah, there's a lot of zealots already.
At
Blocking
the same time,
the
a
ram?
small force.
It's a
I think
nice-
with the splitting of the armies, oh, all the Banelings running into Archons, that's not what you want to see. So the main force of Rail is winning this fight, but the harassment was utterly stopped, and I don't think this army is strong enough anymore.
Yeah,
Pushing
nah,
forward.
with the other half of the army rejoining. I don't think you can go in there, Azrael.
The thing is now, like, I think Rail's mining's just better now. About, like, the most of this game. And I'm not sure, but this was not a cheap fight with all the Banelings and Ravagers that were lost.
Yeah,
Only lost 16 Banelings. It's not that much, I guess.
I mean, still
I'm
he
not
has Like
Plus
a
two
thousand plus
adrenal-
more losses.
Yeah. Adrenal Glands. +2 and the Spire. Interesting. Be now on 82 drones, and thus more of a drone count you would expect from a Zerg.
Also now taking his 5th. And trying to kill it. And then Oracle
Succeeding
with
in
Ravages.
killing.
Yeah.
Succeeding in killing. That's actually
Not
amazing.
bad. But hey, that creep tomb is revelated now. Was revelated.
The force on the top gets spotted as well. The force on the bottom. Ray is opting for doing some kind of split pushes that, like, you more see out of Terran plays against Zerg. Maybe it's gonna work. Ah, not if he's fighting the entire army. For just half of it. That's not how it's supposed to go. But the top
Yeah, I
army
mean, this
pushing
is just Banelings right now. Now we have some army joining in.
quite a lot
On the
of
other
creep was
side,
cleared.
this is just Roaches and gonna get crashed.
Yeah,
Banelings
splitting
running
up
into
the
the Archons as again.
Yeah, army on the bottom side completely. Base has to be evacuated. Keeps on pressing forward.
And he might be winning this fight as well.
It seems like Ray is winning on both fronts, and I think with the reinforcements, he has just done it.
Yeah, looks like it.
GG,
B
well played.
agrees. We're gonna go into game 2.
And Ray, a little bit of weird the build choice that B was doing. I really thought that he was falsely sold on the 6 gateways being like a 2 base all in. Or like 2.5 base, something like that. I don't know, it looked weird.
Yeah.
It absolutely looked weird.
Alright, second map as we've seen in game, Romanticide. We're gonna go to that next. As we're waiting for one of the players. Still, again. I mean, with a certain other person being in the tournament, I don't think this is gonna slow us down too much. But we'll see how that plays out. Alright, everyone has joined the lobby. Now we'll soon get our second game. Yeah, oh, this hurts to watch. The engagement on the top were, like, for the second time, literally all the Banelings crashed into the Archons.
Yeah,
That's so expensive, and also troops that...
I think what was
mean-
really nice about that Rail was showing units at the bottom, or like the War Prism at the bottom, some units at the top, and like, if you just looked at the minimap, then B's army was like constantly, completely, but like F2 rotating, bottom, front, like bottom side, upside of the map, bottom side, upside of the map, and he just got caught out initially. Like, he just missplit his army. He took 2 engagements. He really couldn't like win in the end. Because the army composition was so different on both sides as well. Like
Yeah.
the bottom one more zealot focused, the top one more heavy tech unit focused.
Alright,
But alright.
we're
let's
on
see how
Romanticide.
the-
Let's introduce the players. And the bottom right. From 3D Clan.not.b. This is Rail. Sorry for the first game.
Now top left, the blue Zerg player also representing 3D Clan. It is B.
Game paused.
Well, not
All
much
right.
happening, and a pause immediately.
All right.
Game resumed.
Where were we?
Well, what is there to say? I'm looking.
Standard
Nothing.
openings.
I mean, the extracted trick was a little bit odd, but like
Yeah.
he just does that sometimes. It doesn't have to mean a specific thing. Even
I've
it
also seen
normally
him.
points
Seen
into
him
the
with him.
direction of aggression.
Yeah, I've also seen him do that in game 1. So perhaps
All right, and I
perhaps
didn't.
it was
pay
always
attention.
double.
Yeah, as I said, like these players are fairly unique, mostly in their playstyle, so they just do stuff other players don't usually do. It's not really to be much interpreted in that thing.
Overloaded.
Like, for example, the fact that B doesn't probe scout. It's something most Protoss players would do.
I think in game 1 he sent out a probe.
No, he didn't in this one.
Yeah.
And so we have adapted into Oracle once again. We have Zerglings already. Working their way across. Just 2 wants to scout a little bit.
Yeah, standard. Adapt into Stargate. On Rail's side. That was not where the shade landed.
By the way, that's me to remind everyone in chat. We are, if you look at the bottom, 97. We have 97 followers currently, so there's a good chance to reach 100 today. But for this, you have to follow us on Trovo, please. Helps us grow a bit, helps us bring out more of these tournaments, and helps us to produce more content, essentially.
Yeah. Adept making their way into the main. Greeted by
This time-
Zerglings, still would get 2 drones.
Yeah,
Not too
I
great.
mean, no, it
Bad.
isn't. Absolutely isn't. And you can see why, because B just sends these Zerglings immediately to the other side of the map because he knows there's much less ground defenses now. Of course, he knows there's someone in the wall, but why not try? Maybe we can
Yeah,
delay
maybe
the
catch
third
him off
base a little
guard.
bit more of the Protoss. Yeah, Queens are in position of the Oracle. I get 2.
I mean, even just forcing out the pylon is 25 minerals.
Yeah.
That Rail didn't necessarily want to spend.
Yeah, and you're just applying pressure, like, which can lead to forcing errors.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened anyways. Like, it's not likely to, because these are, like, every player is used to that here, but...
Oh, this could be dangerous. Oh, never mind.
Oh, alright.
Ling will find out about the third base location.
Yeah.
Oh, at least where
Sure.
Rail intends to put the third base. While B puts down
Immediately
his
takes a
fourth.
Approach 1. Going up to 4 gases. This should be like the same unit compositions. Maybe with some more aggressive touch this time. Could be. Or we see the War Prism and the robotics facility already finishing. Yeah, and it's gonna be disrupted drop as well. So this seems to be the most preferred way of harassment. Rail.
And we have the Oracle actually clearing some creep. Oh. We'll make it out of there.
Gets away. And hello, what are we seeing there? I didn't pay attention for just a second then. Rail, make his
Stargates.
builds look absolutely the same, but this is something different. +1 air
Yeah.
weapons.
2 additional
let's see.
Stargates. On the other side we have a
See what
Spire,
happens.
so that might be beneficial for B. If it's just...
It really depends what units we'll be building. Looks like Void Ray, so really mass Void Ray without anything else. Interesting. It's actually really interesting. And we see now that B doesn't stop at 66 drones now, so
Yeah. Use
even
up
less
more.
intent. Oh, did this kill probes?
I don't think so.
Not really. Not really. I forgot where.
Or
it
maybe
came
maybe
out.
one.
Just would have showed. Yeah, max 1. Yeah.
Perhaps a Lingo too.
Probably. Fourth base now being taken for rail as well. And there's the fleet beacon, so we will have a small force. I can imagine that this is some of these builds that try to hit a +2 timing, because that's when carriers get like really strong. I don't know the exact math about it, but I know that for a fact. So it could be like just getting a safety force out of Void Race out, and then immediately transitioning into carriers, trying to hit a juicy +2 timing could be a goal here.
I gotta say, I do love the triple hallucination to make sure at least one makes it to the main.
And he scouted, he saw the Mutas, didn't he?
Yeah, and I almost liking the Spire as well. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, there's cannons coming up. Phoenicians. And a Phoenix upgrade as well, which it's like, I have no idea what it's called actually. It is the Phoenix range upgrade. Mutas now in the main base. Oh, might be able to pick off a Disruptor, shouldn't though. Dancing a little bit too long in the Void Ray beams there. Getting punished for it. Yeah, this is not pretty. Same time, a huge Roach Ravager Link Force tries to attack the north side. Oh, might be able to do some damage here because the ground units are severely lacking for rail because of this hard committed Stargate swap.
I mean, he just keeps some of the links in there, tries to kill as many probes as he can get, and escapes with this main army. And as many probes as he can get is the entire probe line.
There's a lot of economic damage for sure. Let's see if it's possible. There's a suitable amount of Phoenix out, but they're just chilling in the Mutas, and the Mutas are far too mobile to get caught by that. Shouldn't fought this much in even Void Ray fire though.
Yeah,
Not
meanwhile,
healthy, but
small force not in the direct engagement, trying to get more bases, and succeeding in doing so. In total, 33 probes have fallen. This is an economic disaster for Rail, and Rail should know.
I think it's just amazing how quickly Rail responded to this. How quickly B responded to this. He saw the lots of Void Ray Oz. He had to know that this is, you know, with all the investment in Disruptor drop early on and so on and so on. But if he had this much of an air force, he can't have that much ground units. And then what he proceeded to do was trying to outmaneuver with the Mutas and keep the Void Ray force busy, and then just hammer in with your ground force. And he got a lot of economic damage done. I have to say though, we have Quattro Chrono boosts available for pro production, and all the next side lived. And this is could be a really bad thing.
Yeah, we have the Mutas now. I think I'm not sure who's winning this engagement.
Should be able
Losses
to.
on both sides.
I think if they just.
Oh
able
no,
to
their move commanded in there.
Oh no! Oh, force field just in the nick of time. Doesn't matter if Baneling's blowing up your buildings though.
Yeah, but now all the banelings are gone. It's
Yeah, but it's like probes in every middle line. This is exactly. I mean, there's cannons there, so what? But in theory, this is exactly what like just pure Void Ray really struggles with. We're just defending these different areas at the same time when we're seeing just must mute a Ling, and I think it is an unconventional style for sure, but I think it is perfect reactive play from B, and it should edge him out to the win. Be behind all of this
another
6 base, by the way.
Another 14. 50 probes down. If Ray can't go across, okay, he doesn't even try.
And we have a third map in this series. Sadly, we didn't saw what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out in just a second.
Hell yeah. Any news out of the lowest match? Oh, we have quite a bit of our series already.
Yeah, we have Art defeating Botvinnik, proving Electro Eagle's point in the chat, or trying to prove. We have Eastos advancing to round 2. I'm not sure why he's seeded that low. Probably doesn't have OSC points, which are responsible for the seeding here. We'll face Christiana. A tough one, for sure. We had Stork defeating Casimir. And Trigger getting a 2-0 over Kerwin.
Satch. F in the chat for my homie Kerwin.
I think he did say he tried to maybe get a plus 40 on illegal luck. Didn't work out.
Yeah, and to Electro Eagle, we tried to get the Bystock series, but probably we stay in this one, and probably he was his art already started.
Yeah. The winner of this series will play versus the winner of Cars versus Skillis. Also a pretty nice match.
Hell
I would imagine.
So we, in short, in TLDR, we're trying to get the Bystock series, but if we don't, we just follow the winner of this versus the winner of Cars versus Skillis. And probably just follow the lower bracket and from there on. Alright.
I guess if you want to make sure your boys get casted, make him go to the grand finals. No, that will be a tough one again.
It should be
possible. I mean, Art won the last cup, if I remember, which was last week, I think. So I should remember.
No.
No, that wasn't last week.
Yeah,
no, that was 2 weeks ago. No tournament last week.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But I think like beating Art in like PvP is always a coin flip, so that's possible. And then it's Nicorakt or Eastos or Christiana, so another Protoss or Terran. And I tell you, I think Bystock has a chance. Because it's not like it's gonna be hard against all of these opponents, but like it's just the case if it's a stacked field of players and you want to advance far. It's just hard. That's just how it is, isn't it? All right.
Competition.
Time for competition. Time for Blackburn. Third and final map in this best of 3. Let's introduce these players.
Yeah, spawning in the bottom left. The red Protoss for a 3D clan. He is Rail.
To the bottom right. Also representing 3D clan, Team Kill, last map. Had to beat his way. It is the Blue Zerg player B. And I have a little clip for you. A little quiz.
Oh my god, do you hear this?
Fans?
No, it's not a fan.
Oh.
It's like a nah. I find that amazing.
Looks like there's a reactor emergency happening.
Yeah.
Maybe we have
Maybe it's not the best thing to try and battle it out. Get a colony here, but rather get the F out of there.
Maybe the reactor overheat was caused by one of the opposing parties. Who knows?
And maybe there's oil here on this space platform, which always would be a great cause to fight.
It could be. But, like, science should really progress part of it, no? Should be different stuff than oil. Well, who cares, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a question, because we joined the OC Super Series. Can you tell me who is the player that is #1? Oh, gold base, by the way. Oh, that could have been could be a rush. Who's the player that is #1 of the OSC ratings? Right here, points you can also earn by playing this tournament, the CSO Cup.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Who's the #1?
I think I checked 3 weeks ago, but I have no idea.
All right. Can you guess, like,
by the fact you're asking me this now? I'd imagine it might be one of the players in this match.
I can tell you it is not one of the players in this match.
Alright.
I had this prepared, like I looked it up earlier and just...
Yeah,
So,
I have no idea then.
I mean...
Or should I know?
Alright. I can tell you, not really, like, but like you could know. I mean, all of the last years there was like one person. I can tell you it's not Bly. It was Bly for like the longest time, I think. It's always leading in this kind of TV, but it's not Bly. It is a Protoss player. That's all I'm saying. Protoss player who plays a lot of online tournaments. By the way, rail finding the gold base before one single drone has mined from it is huge.
Is it Cristiano?
It is Cristiano.
Ah.
Hell yeah. Who else but the record champion of the CSO Cup, also leading the OC winboards? Because if you haven't noticed it, CSO is OC backwards, but don't tell it anyone. It's probably just a coincidence, because all we know that CSO stands for cheesy StarCraft operators. That's what I'm proudly representing.
I don't think that's quite the official name, but it's definitely a fitting one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so we have the disruptor drop setup again, but we have Blink with it as well this time, and no Stargate actually on this map. That's quite interesting. And I think, like, personally, B's gone all in with this, no? Because 4 gas?
Yeah.
4 gas on 50 drones? That's a bit early.
The question, how much did Rail see? Like, he knows about the base?
The gold base, which is like a good in. Like, if I see my opponent taking gold base early,
yeah,
I'm
that's...
thinking it's...
There's some alarm bells going off. Not the big ones, but...
Like, it's not a confirmation by any means,
yeah.
but like it's a huge indicator that there's something. Like, because you can play like a 3 base all in with way less drones, which makes it far quicker as well, so... That's what I'm thinking here, anyways. I mean, Stalker Disruptor should be a decent... Or Stalker Colossi even. That should be a decent... I mean, Colossi not ideal against Roaches and Ravagers, of course, but it will suffice, I guess.
Alright, prison. Disruptor in there.
Man, look,
Gonna try.
Every time I see a speed prism, I think of the I'm fast as fuck, boy! Because they're so fucking fast, but...
Yeah.
It's
I mean, then you have Lings on creep.
It's just silly. Yeah, well, I got used to that. Like, look at this fucking yeeting prism. Right. So
Oh! Oh, that's a big one.
Ooh, huge shit. And a big blow if you want to all in anytime soon.
Yeah,
But B, droning a little bit.
not
Seems a
quite
little bit
sure.
indecisive.
Getting baning speed beside this as well.
And Rail has a shit ton of walkouts, doesn't he? Oh no, it's not. He just has the ball in his third base.
Yeah, he's also looking to take a fourth. Also on the goal.
Like interesting that we have seen like Fuyumi played also stock Colossi and this one, Blink Colossi. That's interesting. Maybe it's just good on this map, but maybe these are just two weird Protoss players, who knows. Yeah, by the way, congrats to Krytos and Bloodrain in the chat who guessed that Christiana is #1 of the OC rankings.
Well done.
And Rail looks like he doesn't want to all in as of yet because he's getting +1/+1.
Yeah, maybe
someone
made up
just
his mind.
waits. Yeah, it could be.
Macro gold hatch.
Also, like the macro gold hatch, like it I mean, he didn't. That's weird. Whatever. Like it screws up all the other timings, you know, a little bit. Like it just functions differently because you can effectively with way less drones like tech up and stuff as well. Like it doesn't have to be all
Oh,
in
this is big.
That's a really big run. Like, oh my god, all these probes are dead. 14 probes dead immediately, and these links can just retreat, I guess. A couple will just be burned up by the Colossi, but still, this is huge damage.
If you get out, but
I mean, the thing is, it's just a couple links, and you just get like so much economy for free.
you would like move command him in there and let him do the thing.
OB is going up to lurkers. I played like this 2 days ago when I played a game with Zerg and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I won, by the way, but like, it's mere happenstance. Mere coincidence. Alright, couple Vipers as well. Interesting. He doesn't really want to take a fifth yet, but he also wants to wait for the adaptive talents, I guess. I'm not quite sure.
I mean, he's not that high on the lurker count yet.
Also not that high on the drone count.
Yeah, that's why I meant you probably don't want to wait.
You don't want to be
Perhaps.
even in mining for Protoss as well. That's like if he didn't get 15 probes for nothing and
This would
just
be.
like,
Oh,
Ray would,
The dude do
Ray
these-
would have been ahead in mining for so long.
Okay, they aren't scouted from there.
And
And meanwhile, the fight is going on in the middle of the map. This is easy gone.
Yep.
Eradicated in just a second. Some Banes crashing on the
Banelings
Nexus.
left.
The rest doesn't
Huge
care
damage,
because the fight is going on.
It shows us to go for blinding claws, interestingly.
And
Protoss just
Rail is
won
just
this.
walking through.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't care about these drone losses now.
I would think so, because all we have in production is a couple of roaches, and roaches are not that great. We're still leading by 30 army supply, and a couple of the army supply of B is still in production, so this is not looking great. Plus are dealing huge damage. And I think B just has been done for. Rail wins this.
Yep. 2-1.
Yeah, GG well played. Good luck next. It would be expected in a clan match.
And we don't yet know which one the next match will be. But what we do know is that Art got a 2-0 victory over Bystork.
Already beat by so.
And now Art has a long break. Christiana Eastos not yet finished. Winner of that. Plays correct. And then we'll have his match. On the bottom side, it's more balanced, as Ashbringer Trifax is still going on, and so is Cass versus Skillis.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in the chat though, like in the in-game chat, that could bring us a potential next match. So all matches that we aren't in and we could cover are going on at the moment, so we have to wait for them to finish. So I would say throw us into a quick break, and we return after that with possibly Rail versus Cass or Skillis, or just the next match we can bring you. Really, they should be
whatever
good.
comes next.
Oh, yeah.
We know of Christiana versus Eustace. Perhaps we'll jump into one of the series. If we catch the players in the chat.
Could absolutely be. So have fun with some. We may have some cardboard animation
we don't.
videos there. No, we don't. All right.
We don't. Wait for next week.
Unlucky.
Or until production gets that sorted out.
And then I guess I have another video for you. See you in a sec, folks. Be right back.
Right, hello and welcome back. There have been some things going on. There are players in the chat who were previously in game.
Oh.
And we might be able to catch some game here, we're not sure exactly. Sometimes players aren't looking in the chat, unfortunately. So we will find that out in... hopefully not too soon. Also Cristiano is in the chat for some reason. Doesn't he have a match?
I don't think so. I think he just probably just beat Esports.
Ah, well, that would make sense. So yeah, while we saw that out, we're gonna send you back into a break, I think. Just as a quick update, some like I said, some matches have finished. Not quite sure, and we'll be back as soon as possible. Thanks.
Oh, he did. All right.
Hello and welcome back to the CSO Cup. And after you just saw GX messing up production, we now have a series on our hands. Trifex versus Trigger. Grandmaster level ZVP. To decide who will advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, Trigger is certainly one of the upcomers of the North American scene right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. In other news, Skittles won against Kaz in a 2-1 match. And the winner of that series, Skittles will now play against Rail to decide the other semi-final spot in the bottom half semi-final, but we can hop right into this series. In the top right, the red Protoss player representing Alpha X. This is Trigger.
To the bottom left, representing no other than CSO Esports, it is the blue Zerg player Trifex. Righty.
Looking together.
I actually haven't seen that many Trigger PvZs, so I'm not at all familiar with his style.
I don't think I've ever seen Trigger play. I gotta admit.
See a couple PvTs, telling you that much.
Alright.
Just because he was playing against Vindicta. I like watching Vindicta play. Vix is a good guy. Alright, never mind. Don't let me cite I'm tight like that with pro players meme. And let's go get on this. So just normal expansion from both players. Nothing outrageous. But surely because this SC2 will happen shortly. Should be a Stargate build, I think, with the gas timing, but I'm not sure. I'm far from a Protoss expert. Kinda, just seeing that Cristiano was East Toss is still going on, and I'm pretty sure that there's a shit show of a PvP, and I'm kinda sad that we missed this because I think that's gonna be entertaining for sure. Because these are both Protoss, I just don't fucking care, man. I remember playing Eastos in an in-house tourney that we had, you know, and there's just some low diamond scrub playing against the 6K toss. And he didn't even, like, he just fucking DT dropped me. The other, I think, like, double gated or some shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, he just crushed me. So I think he doesn't give a fuck if he plays against.
Get these noobs out of the way. Who knows? Maybe can be Christiana. I mean, as a round 2 match, that one is definitely very high level.
Yeah, but
again, the seeding.
Really. I mean, we had fucking Cast was a Skillers.
Yeah.
B was Roland first. Like, this tournament is stacked. I have to say, I'm not the biggest. Oh, Cristiano just won 2-1 by the way. I'm not the biggest fan of the race's distribution, but like we can see, we can still have a decent run in the semifinals. So this is up to this fella here. Trigger playing, playing Disruptor Drop It well. It seems like interesting. Because like I remember a time where I just exclusively saw Rail doing it, and like some other weird Protoss maybe. I mean, considering this is a North American Protoss, like really anything goes. So this, I don't know how the heights of gameplay will await us here.
I mean, that will probably also mean that he's at a ping disadvantage. Not sure how bad it is. but
Pretty
CSO
certain
Cups
Trigger
are
is
usually...
Canadian, which makes me believe that he lives on the East Coast, and then it should be
Yeah, then it's not too bad.
negligible. That should be fine. You can get decent ping for SC2 from like Canada to Europe, like 70
Yeah,
ping,
right.
something like that. Should be alright. So disruptors and a gateway explosion. Interesting.
Oh, that's a nice hit.
A bit of a lackluster split there by Trifex.
Yeah.
A bit late, but the Disruptor Nova, the movement was really late as well. And with that, we have even more gateways and Colossi on the way, so Triggers are aiming to be aggressive. And the standing
Also
army
moving.
of Trifex isn't great, you have to say that.
Yeah, lots of fuelings.
Also,
Queens.
Trifex suffering a severe case of the Elaser overlords right now.
Hmm.
I think he's just one of, maybe he's just one of Roach in anyways. It might be does kill.
Oh, those
splits on the
splits,
base.
yeah.
God damn it!
Like, how many did he get? One?
I don't think anyone. I think he saved all the drones. He damaged.
Yeah,
an
no
egg.
drones died this game.
This is amazing. Like this split.
That
is sick,
was
man.
great respect to that one.
Problem is though, Trigger already arrived with an army, and the majority of the Roaches are not here to fight as of now. Just trickling
Yeah.
in one by one. Beautiful force fields as well.
One of the disruptors going down, which is good news for Trifex, but
Yeah, Colossi on the
Still
way
a
to
lot
back
of
this up,
armor.
but the thing is, this is so many Stalkers, and they are fairly decent against Roaches. There's just no counterplay for the prison right now. The Queens can't reach us, and the base will fall. I mean, don't underestimate... that was the third base, though. I just wanted to say, don't underestimate the amount of commitment that Trigger was doing with that, because he's only on 2 bases, but I really...
I mean, a Zerg without a third base is...
Ooh, can he snap this prism in time? Not
Yes, he
quite.
can.
One of the bells missed. Oh man.
This is... most
I think
of...
this is over. Like,
Traffic's
the army
army,
supplies
yeah.
looks fairly deep, but like most of the roaches are in production. And this,
And even that
Yeah.
wasn't that big. So yeah. Easy 1-0 for Trigger.
yeah, like Trafix wasn't at all expecting him just to 2-base all-inning with a lot of gateways, and it was like I have to say it was a weird build. Didn't look like perfectly streamlined. It's like, I don't know, but maybe that's just my lack of knowledge with Protoss. Which could be, but like usually these builds are a little bit sharper.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see. Let's pursue them once we find out what the second map will be.
The second map will be
Juggernaut,
Juggernaut.
huh?
Interesting. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's see. I just realized I got the Masters borders bug.
Oh wow.
Lemao. I played a single game, like I forgated some guy before some Zerg, some random into Zerg. Who I believe 12 pulled me, but it was really late. So it might be just a 13-12 or something. I was all in and I just walled off and forgated in response and I won, and I have the weird like I don't know, like high platinum. Like my Protoss isn't guy, I just literally just meme around.
Imagine having a border at all and playing ranked.
I mean, I played single game of ranked, like in the past 4 months maybe, I don't know. played more games of co-op than ranked this year, and I play co-op like once a week at max, like one game a week.
I think the most I've played is arcade. Some random, like Zombie Legacy, World Reborn, Direct Strike occasionally.
Well, that's really interesting because like the times I played arcade, I can count on a single hand. Like I'm not an arcade guy at all.
I have some friends who don't really like the StarCraft aspect of StarCraft.
Yeah, that's relatable to be honest. That's why I play co-op. Like I want to play the game, like experience the mechanics, but I don't want to play the game. It's just too stressful. It's just hard. It's hard. Anyhow, back to two people who want to play this game.
Spawning in the top right, the blue Zerg for CSO is Trifex.
And in the bottom left, playing an odd yet very successful 2-base all-in. It is Alpha X's Trigger.
Let's see what kind of StarCraft they want to play. So far so standard, nothing too surprising. Like the Yakov Whirlpool or something. All how we expect it to go. I really need a bigger table for those longer mouse movements.
Did you follow with your mouse?
Yeah.
You just control F, no?
Yeah, I can. I control Shift F. But that would require reaching towards the keyboard. And also, it's like I like to be a little ahead of the unit, so you see what comes, what's ahead of them, and the Control F will always follow them a little behind.
Yeah, I see.
So like,
just like my scroll speed is just so quick, but it would look like shit.
yeah, I turned it down. I turned my DPI down when I started like really observing.
Yeah, when I was getting into Valorant and like on the like tech shooters especially, I turned down my DPI because that's what you do, like no sense for shooters. Yeah. And then I ended up playing StarCraft on 400 DPI one day, and it wasn't fun.
Oh dear!
The day after, it was terrible. Playing StarCraft on 400 DPI is not an experience I want to regret, unless you want to go for a huge arm workout. Then recommend it. Like, in general, don't do it. But we have single Void Ray as of yet only. Oh no, he's just supply block, never mind. That is oddly long supply block now. Base coming up, getting 2 workers. We'll lose a single adept for it. No,
both.
We'll lose 2 for it. I don't think that's worth.
Nah.
And again, the robotic spay, man. Like, interesting. Trigger's an interesting style for sure.
Also going for the roaches now.
Right, two zoomy boys on the way to the other side of the map.
Yep. We'll be greeted by some queens, some spores. In moderate numbers. Getting that active tumor. And a second tumor. Third tumor. These are nice pickups. But obviously the queens will replace them as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's not as important as of now because Trifix took like the top left fourth base, but this is theoretically creep tumors that like don't connect your bases with creep, and this is like really bad.
Yeah.
And the creep spread in general hasn't been the greatest.
And you see some of it.
Oh, and carriers already. God damn it, Trigger really is a Protoss, isn't he? Two Stargates already done. Third one in production. And maybe he's gonna aim, like now maybe, finally, someone's gonna aim for the +2 carrier time. Let's see if
On the other
Trifix will
side,
be able to pick up on that on time.
we're still going roaches and lings and banes. Lower hive is on the way, and yeah, we have the spire somewhere. Top right of the screen. So he's probably aware. This is a mostly our army. Oh, getting the tumor again. And now he wants to take that base. Queens can't really go chase. Oh, getting there though. That's a nice pickup. Denying Trigger to deny some more creep for now. As we have a small roach ling roach force revealing the carriers, if we didn't know already.
Yeah, that's good information. When the Spire's almost done.
And he now sees 3 carriers under production. This is commitment with his overseer. And immediately going for that air carapace.
Hydrogen plants.
That's an interesting one. Ultra Cavern? I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's fairly standard because you
Yeah.
need something to attack the ground still while you're messing up on Corruptors. And you need something against the High Templar and like
Oh yeah.
Disruptor and some stuff. So it's just standard late games, shenanigans.
Trying to
Maybe
get that spore
This
wall up.
force will be able to attack, to end this right away.
Yeah, 0
was
spores were
poking
able
him.
to finish.
As of yet, I mean that's a huge amount of queen, but as of yet just poking him with the carrier, seeing how far he can get, he can always recall out, and
Yeah,
if it gets dire and like the fact of there being air
Corruptors
units,
still a few
makes
seconds
it easy
away.
as well.
Picks up a base and heads out of there. Here goes Film. To even find that little road run by. Which will not succeed in getting anything. Second Spire. For those upgrades.
By the way, Cristiano already beat Nicorrect, and so the first semi-final stands.
Oh. That was a quicker series.
Yeah, it was. Good for Art, he was waiting for a while.
Yeah. Did they start?
I have 0 shot.
Alright. Little Ling run by trying to get this 5th expansion. Leaving only the West 5th. Where it is. Everyone will be protected by a few cannons. And the carrier force has arrived. It's now gonna try to tear through the jungle of spores and queens. I just saw an actual dark swarm, or what's it called?
I don't know. Infest of fart.
Yeah,
Hypnotoads.
that thing. Go down in an actual game. But it looks like Trigger is just flying through at the moment. This might be it. Pretty sure. What is Trafix's force? These corruptors? I mean, maybe an insane parasitic bomb that doesn't get responded to, but he's certainly gonna try. Carrier gonna get quarantined.
He just tanks the second person bomb as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice side storm.
Yeah, this should
Yeah,
be
that's a GG.
Trafix and Trigger takes the series 2-0.
Aye. So we have our third semi-finalist. And perhaps we can immediately jump into Christiana versus Art. Maybe.
Let me check.
They're not in game at least. That might have to do with one of the players not being there at the moment for the vetoes. Perhaps they're holding for us. In case you have no further information on that either, I'm just
gonna DM them. You can throw us into a break.
Yeah, now we're gonna go into a short, hopefully very short, 2-ish minutes break. And when we return, we hopefully have Christiana versus Art, the first semifinals. See you in a second.
Surprise, surprise, we're back and we straight up in a series. We have Skillers versus Rail for us. Current score is 1-0 for Skillers. Already said their names, but let them introduce anyway correctly. Top left, Red Zerg player. Protoss player, Skillers. God damn it. Nothing can be smooth, can it?
And his opponent. And the bottom right. And the blue, also a Protoss for 3D Clan. This is Rail. You've seen him before.
That is a pylon on the map.
Yeah, that's
both
two
players.
pylons on the map actually.
Hello. They're comedically close to one each other.
This is how I love my
Proxy
TVT.
PvP.
And
Yeah,
PvP.
you would never get
Nah,
like
nah.
TVT is just
Pylons
over
and
an
PvP.
RP droids.
You gotta say, pylons and TVT are unlikely.
That is correct.
But Rail, no, that probe isn't going to scout the area. Neither is the one of Skillis. So these pylons will just look at each other. They don't see each other through the fog of war, but
Insert Spider-Man meme.
yeah.
I think having immortal production and one stalker production, like ability to produce one stalker, man. I know what I'm choosing,
Yeah,
especially because there's no blink on the way or anything. Like, how
it's
could
this
it-
one.
Yep. Quite favoring this for Skillers. But we will see. Maybe Ray will surprise us.
Yeah, Rail still hasn't seen this. Oh, we'll see the Immortal now. Which should scare him a little. Or maybe... Is this it? This might just be game, right? I mean, he's pulling some
could be.
probes.
It could be very well.
I mean, it looked
I
a
like
lot
that-
more dangerous when there were only 3 stalkers on the map for Rail. Skill is gonna, by accident...
Yeah.
Are they
It's
gonna
like,
by
I
accident
really
scout each
just
other?
swap in because it forces... It forces Skillers to go back because he needs this immortal protection.
Yeah, also Rail gonna lose this one walk-in opportunity.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate, while Skill
but
is
he's
gonna
getting
get...
a shield battery, and he has enough energy for overcharge. So and
But that can
keep in mind,
only help you for so long.
battery overcharge was specifically designed to deal with this
Yeah,
build.
I'm just afraid it might be too late. We'll see.
Well, let's see if battery overcharge can do the intended job, or
Or if it just has to be removed from the game.
I mean that
Like all the other races would say.
like that would mean that we have developers
Yeah,
that
alright.
are tasked with doing stuff on this game, and I find it quite illusional. There's possibility for force fielding though. Let's give us some point for the warp prison micro. Man,
There's no more force fields for now. That sentry
I mean,
energy is
will
empty.
Blink be finished? This is not the most horrible. Maybe it is. I'm not sure, man. Like, what the fuck is even going on?
I mean, there are 3 Immortals versus none. And this is
Yeah.
still PvP we're talking about.
I mean, Blink's really good though.
At home we have the Twilight for Skillers as well. Blink 2 seconds from finishing.
Ooh, and he
Three
tries
stalkers
to sneak
try.
past stalkers out.
Oh, did you not notice?
Oh, no, he saw it.
Does he not care? But Skillers goes for
think he
the
doesn't care.
most obvious way out of there.
Dankest option of them all.
Because why wouldn't you, Dark Friend?
Template. Huh? The transparent template tribunal, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a single immortal in it. Funnily enough, this should be enough. Lol.
He recalls it while the stalkers are getting recalled as well.
The recall dance, man. That was, I think, quite so beautiful. But I think that's now pretty obvious. I mean, like, Rail has a... He built a robo, no?
And he's just committing in there.
Alright, alright. I think that's...
Picking off all the
because-
immortals first. Taking
Ooh.
bits of damage, but now these are more stalkers. And they have
Try and
blink.
finish, though.
Yeah, that could become problematic.
Prisoners
But you
there.
first need to walk
He's
him in.
lacking gas. Uh-oh. This is gas.
One Dark Templar moving, warping in somewhere. I don't know why. Where? Here, there we go.
At the robo.
Yeah, you unfortunately still can't click on it. Because, like we said, no developers for this game.
Cause it's, you know, it's an invisible unit. It all makes sense.
You can't click on Zealot warping in either. Which makes no sense.
Well, there's no detection here anyhow.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, that's just a
That's
GG.
GG.
No
Still
robo,
takes it
nothing.
2-0. We'll advance to the semi-finals.
That was a quick one.
It really was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was absolutely nothing. No robo. No oracle, nothing. No way to detect that Templar. Yeah, next we'll have Trigger versus Skillus, I'd imagine. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, because Cristiano and Art already started their games.
Alright, great.
Gave them clear to do so.
Then I'd propose we give them a short break to do the vetoes. And then we'll definitely have the first or the second semifinals of the day, depending on how you want to call it.
The first on stream, the second in the tournament.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
See you in a second. welcome back to the CSO Cup. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for Trigger and Skills to do their vetoes. But I think we have confirmed they're on it, so it can't take too long, I'd imagine. Yeah, as you can see on the scoreboard, while we were away, in game, I see they're in a lobby. Christiana got a 2-0 on Art, who immediately went offline. Nope, he's back. Okay, never mind then. And we're gonna go on 2000 atmospheres. Veto is complete. Vetoes are complete. We're gonna have another PvP. To determine who's gonna play Christiana in the finals. And who will face Art in the bronze match. Right. I did like that last map, so we're gonna... Well, I hope we're gonna see something similar-ish in this match, but for that we'll have to introduce the players first. Well, first up in, of course, in the bottom left, the blue player for Alpha X. This is Trigger.
To the top right, the Red Protoss player representing nobody but himself. It is Skillus.
Try and challenge all that. First place.
Let's see which grade of PvP we get. Judging by the last game we saw from Skillus, more one of the aggressive leaning kind of style. But we will find out.
Yeah, I'm all for that. But first, it's Trigger.
Me too.
Putting out a pylon on the map. Let's see what his plans are. Will his plan on future? Is he gonna get friends? Besides that bro, obviously. Yep, and it's gonna be a Stargate. Alright. Skillus seeing, building his pylon on the natural expansion, while simultaneously making sure there is no natural expansion for Trigger in the foreseeable future. And also scouting around for the proxies. And the Stalker? What's his path? I'm not gonna find it yet. Gateway added on as well. Stalker just gonna chill on the bridge for now. These adepts finding the Stalker on the map, trying to deal some damage. pulling the other scouting units back. And leaving this proxy undetected for now. Did he just kill his own probe?
That's some of the purest innate Protoss play I've seen in a while.
This is valuable supply, it has to be freed. This probe doesn't serve any purpose anymore. Four adepts will try to get into the main base. There is a probe. Blocking off. We'll see what Trigger can do with these two Void Rays. Joining in. The pylon on the wall will get finished. And these are quite a few adepts now. Plus the Void Rays. This one could get interesting. Secondary wall already being constructed in case this pylon goes down. Also because Phyllis is supply blocked by losing the pylons out in his natural. The Gateway will fall. Is this his only remaining gate? I think it is. Adepts will see Blink researching. I will be able to. Oh wait! I was looking for this gate.
Why not? Fits the rest of the game.
Yeah. Adepts
yeah,
not partly
Adepts
finishing the shade. I don't think that's on purpose. Because all of them will die without killing a single unit. And taking a...
I mean, with focus, they could have killed both sentries, which would have been pretty valuable. But still.
Did this adept scout what's going on? Yes, it did.
I think it just walked over to them.
Yeah. But...
Fight
Trigger is aware now.
Seems like a good idea. What the fuck is happening?
Trigger now locked out of his own base?
F2ing home for the cost of a single star. I mean, he will lose the gateways like sometime, but still.
I mean, that's... He's down to one gate now again.
I mean, that's why he's moving out, no? But like,
yeah.
I feel like...
Well, Trigger casually taking that natural. And that's a big gamble in this situation.
But just be a good innate Protoss and take a corner base or something. Like I really don't understand the pulling back of the whole army for this, because breaking the contain is huge.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I think that's even with what's it called, Blink, just too much adepts here. While all the Void Rays die, most of the adepts live, and that should be more than enough to end this game.
Pylon would get rebuilt in the near future. New Stalkers just on move command. Will now also die to the adepts who shade to an interesting spot. Of course, Skillis has to rebuild that gateway, and where else would you build it? To be fair, it does give him the opportunity to warp in outside of his base. And warp in fairly quickly. But then again, why?
Why not? Going full PvP.
Yeah, additional Void Ray will get built. This is very important. Where's the robo? That's in the main.
I don't like the lack of a DT shrine.
I don't think Trigger expected Stalkers outside of Skillis' base.
He cut off all the production. Like Skillis is trying. He doesn't want to lose this game, but he's still in a losing position for sure. He can utilize this blink really well still to be just mobile and annoying around the map.
I hate this pylon. Like, another 3 Stalkers and the gates will be unpowered again. I hate it.
It's what I call a NA kick W.
But for now, it's
What's
repowered.
the scientific term? And Skillus was able to get quite a serious Stalker force here. And he has a blink.
I mean, meanwhile, this is happening.
He would breach the door, but there's a... He cancelled the...
Yeah, focus fire on the Immortal, this is big. This is all of Trigger's units at home. If he wants to fight, he would have to recall now. Decides to go for the brace trade, it appears.
And surely he does. There's a lot of shield batteries here though, and there's enough...
Overcharge not quite ready.
No, enough energy for it though.
2/3 on the way.
I think, like, surely Skillus wins this eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
Just making the resumes, I swear to God, there was a moment where Skillus was just beaten after he lost the first time.
Yeah.
But he did all he could to claw himself back into the game, and maybe... I don't know. Maybe Trigger needed to commit there a little bit further. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure at all.
Well, this brings us to a 1-0. Do you know what I just noticed? This is a PvP, which means the grand finals also is a PvP.
Mm.
Yeeks.
Telling you, I didn't like the race distribution.
So, only clown fests ahead of us. Which, I mean, as casters can be seen as a good thing. But then again, it's just PvP. So, I don't know.
It's just PvP.
Can be very entertaining, but just sometimes I think the daily dose of watching Protoss.
There's a maximum for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's head into this game. Spawning in the bottom right, the blue Protoss player for Alpha X. This is Trigger.
It's top left with an amazing comeback in game 1 and now on serious point. It is Skillus. Alright, Skillus trying to get 5C this time.
So this time it's skillless.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, just trigger with a fast expansion and a late. Oh, I like this more further up pylon as well. Yeah, with a late robo, so this might be able to get some damage then actually. Battery in the high ground though, and as of yet, Stalker advantage is not impacting this fight just of now. Skillers just barely gets the one stalker out of there. Battery's drained under the high ground, but it should be in range for overcharge.
Yeah.
2 on the low ground as well, man.
There's enough energy for overcharge as well. Skiller's trying to get the pylon. Oh, barely getting healed.
Skiller's just forgating, just building another proxy.
Yeah.
Making my day. I think Skiller's a hardcore skill diff trigger last game, so I think he's just really cocky right now. Wants to end this.
Yeah.
But I think running
this is immortal though.
Is not
surviving on 2 health.
And once again, Trigger in a position where he should win. Like he just should win from here.
Yeah.
This should be a done game. But after game 1, I understand also Skillers don't want to leave, to be honest. Alright, he does.
Yeah.
This is a far more dire situation than last one.
I love the pause before the leave.
Oh, did he? I didn't
realize.
Oh.
That's also why I didn't make the cool wind sound.
I'm sure it didn't. It wasn't.
Yeah. Probably just misclicked. Alright, that brings us to a map 3, and we have yet to hear what that map will be. It's Blackburn. Yeah, we're seeing Blackburn more and more.
Yeah.
Aren't we? Alright. Did Skillers just join a clan? In game.
That's possible?
What?
Looks like a meme clan to me.
Yeah. It isn't even shown in the lobby, but in the chat. And no, it isn't anymore. Oh, okay, it's not Blackburn either. Skill is saying he vetoed it.
Well, that happens sometimes.
Yeah. So it's gotta be another map. And I just said that Blackburn. It's getting more and more. Getting played more and more, less vetoed. Maybe players starting to like it? No. Light shade, apparently. That's what I'm used to. Maybe a little too used to. Maybe we could get new map Blizzard. I mean, I'm acting like someone at Blizzard. Like there's someone at Blizzard who could be listening. But essentially, we're doing like the protest. We're just talking to the void. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And no one answers.
I mean, I answer you sometimes, not every time.
That's not what I meant.
Sometimes. No, I know. I'm aware. So we have the correct map sorted out. I'm ready to dive into it.
Yeah, and the bottom right. In the blue. For Alpha X, this is Trigger.
Top left. The classic Nexus. As the Red Protoss player Skillus.
I gotta admit, I wasn't quite sure your internet might have disconnected.
Just my brain disconnected is all.
I know that feeling.
That happens sometimes.
Yep.
Alright. Who's gonna proxy first this time?
I say it's Skillus.
Yeah, probably.
At least there are hints pointing in that direction.
Oh, and triggers one get expanding. Let's go. Mind games.
Yeah, gonna scout. In the base though. Here's the pylon. That's just a gateway. Trigger will be looking for the proxies, but not find this one. Where's this? This is a very detailed path. Oh. Spent so much time working on it. This pro might find it. Nope. Is he gonna? No, don't. Please. Alright.
Right next to
That would have been so hilarious.
I mean, like, it just happens in PvP. Oh!
He didn't notice yet, but...
I mean... He's still one get expanding. So I guess there's a chance for Skillus to, although I'm not quite sure though. Because there's like... It's gonna be walled off already, Robo's halfway then. Could be a weird build interaction. Oh shit. I think
Robo finishing.
you could have an immortal out before you can out DPS a shield battery. I'm not sure though.
Maybe.
I'm not aware, I should say. I'm not aware at all. But I'm pretty sure.
But does that
5
really
is not
matter
enough.
that much?
What do you mean?
Another gate
Ah.
here. I
I
mean,
don't
the
know. I think
Immortal will be out
some-
now.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. If Trigger doesn't massively blunder, I think that's just GG.
Yeah.
Because like,
I mean, this is a lot of Stalkers, and he could try to focus fire it down. There we go, he does.
No energy available.
And these are still batteries. Yeah,
No energy
not enough
available for the... Yeah, I don't think so. If
energy.
you count out DPS 3 their batteries like consistently for the
Now gets
second
an
immortal is gonna
overcharger.
pop.
That is kind of wasted.
Like absolute worst timing ever.
Second immortal pops, no third immortal in production yet. Or second immortal since the first one went down.
Yeah. There's force field there from Skillos to force the fight away from the shield batteries, but still. It's just too much damage output, and I think Trigger will take the serious. Skillos GG's out. And Trigger will find against the only lift the legend Christiana himself in the grand finals.
Congratulations. Skillos will fight it out against Art in the third match. A third place match, which will be off stream. But on stream we will have the grand finals. After we give the players a few minutes to get the veto sorted. Experience says it might take a few. And yeah, now we will have Trigger versus Christiana coming up next. Hello and welcome back everyone to the CSO Cup. You've seen some timer magic perhaps. And that is hello. Because the game was a little faster than we expected. In fact, it is already in, but my hotkeys decided to stop working. And I don't understand why. Hello. This is
we're being
unfortunate.
blessed and lucky.
Now we're gonna play without him. That also means that it will say a best of 1, which is wrong. This is not a best of 1, we're playing a best of 5. I'm sorry. But, I think we'll start introducing our oh, this one works. Alright. Some hotkeys seem to work.
To be your hotkey profile.
Checked. No idea what broke from one game to the next. Whatever. In the top right.
The StarCraft things.
Yeah. The pink Protoss player. This is Blazers Christiana.
And beating the tournament favorite, we have to say, in Skillers. In the bottom left is the Red Protoss player from Alpha X, it is Trigger.
Who knows? Perhaps he can beat the all-time champion as well. But that all-time champion
Could be.
is tuning in or starting up with a little pylon in the wrong base. Hell, I can't click the minimap either. My god, this is gonna be annoying. Honestly, this is cast breaking. Maybe try to... No, that didn't work. Maybe tap out. I'll tap back in again. I'm really sorry for the action you're missing. Oh! Now it works. Sorry for the inconveniences. But I was very worried not being able to click on the minimap.
Yeah, Christiana going for double Oracle. Interesting. Already got 4 probes with a single adept. That is not a starter game that you would like. I mean, Trigger started 1 gate expanding, so he is quite far ahead in eco, and he will even propel more out of position. And Christiana just tanks the stock shots, gets another
3 kills.
3, no?
Yeah, 3. Now, Stalker's pinning the Oracle there for now.
Survives on low HP, and the other Oracle already on the way.
Yeah, picks off a probe he can find on the map. And this is going absolutely brilliantly for Christiana. Or absolutely horribly for Trigger.
Yeah, I think like the build choice kept him evenly. This is like essentially the damage that Christiana had to do. So it's not over by any means, but
yeah. Good damage nonetheless. Stasis. Caesar will still get 3 probes.
That third one on the top there, yeah, it hurts, I think.
Yeah.
You saw it first. Both players going for Blink. And only Christiana going for the +1 attack. Interesting what the course of action will be here. Triggers course. It's going across the map for sure. Taking a fight here. Doesn't have the Stalker advantage though, and Christiana just going for it. 2 Stalkers from the left arriving though. I think this throws us a little bit. Big finish for both players, but once the +1 finishes, that is a huge advantage. And a lot of trigger Stalkers are really low already. And Christiana actually manages to defend the Nexus, which is huge.
Yeah.
Because he has a great advantage now. He immediately started +2 as well, and he has a much quicker Nexus as well here.
Small rounds of reinforcements coming in. But
I don't think like a direct Stalker engagement, you need the perfect Blink micro to make that work.
yeah.
With the upgrade disadvantage and like the health advantage as well on Christiana's Stalker. This is a risky fight to take with Trigger.
Yeah, and he loses a lot. I don't think Christiana has lost a single Stalker in that fight.
I'm not too sure actually. Be it as it may. Christiana not ahead in probes quite yet, but he has triple probe production for a bit quicker than Trigger does, so he should catch up.
Yeah, Trigger.
And the upgrade lead is huge. We shouldn't undersell that like this.
And Trigger knows when behind Dark Shrine. Hello.
As a good Protoss should.
I should maybe not press random keys on my keyboard. Or rest my fingers on there.
But it is fun.
Yeah, I know, randomly zooming the camera out. Always a great idea. Now it's Christiana knocking on Trigger's door. Many Stalkers falling. Only 4 left. I think the Zealot got 5, I can't count. Now it's 4. Thank you, Christiana.
Yeah. Good guy, Christiana. 20 army supply ahead though.
Yeah. And recalls home. These DTs finally did arrive. He does have an observer, so he could deal with that.
Yeah.
He should be able to at least. I'm wondering if that was a little much being recalled. Walking.
I think it just doesn't matter because he killed the Nexus. Like he could just leave as many, many as possible, and now he can counterattack, and it should be good enough.
I'm wondering if he could have just stayed. But obviously, going base trading is always a risk.
Yeah, the Forge, especially against DTs. Like DTs are excellent base trade tools.
Yeah.
But Cristiano is going to wait for +2 now, and he will keep his upgrade advantage with that. Should be able to close it out? Question mark. I mean, I see a fight with the Immortals and the Chargers here. That it's better for Trigger, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, focus fire on that one Immortal gets it. Only one Immortal left. The Observer falling is actually pretty big, given that Trigger could warp in DTs. He doesn't. Which is a shame. I think. Rather tries to get that DT and on the top there. Will fall to the Zealot. And he will try to continue holding off with the Stalker Zealot Immortal Force against just Stalkers. second Immortal now joins in. Link chasing these Stalkers back. Imagine 1 or 2 GTs in there for Trigger.
Yeah, that would have been great actually. But I guess like he can't be sure that this. I mean, he can be.
He
sure.
can be
There's
sure he has an
observer
observer
by
of his own.
Yeah, true.
Maybe doesn't want to risk flying it in that deep.
Yeah. I mean, Archons are pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Cristiano now just trying to snipe the Immortals doesn't really work, but he has so many charges here. I think.
Yeah, that
I'm
number
not
is
sure
just...
actually. It's just like this, these hearts are really odd. These fights are really odd. Hard to call in my opinion. It's just when he plays like this is just so just go fucking charge. Let's YOLO for it. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Shadows always get a full surround of the army of Trigger, and I think Cristiano with that has done it. Just
Yeah, pulls,
printing his way to the victory.
pushing Trigger further and further back into the GG. And giving I got kicked out.
I sent a
Cristiano.
lobby link.
No, I don't think I can join. Nope, I can't. I can right click you and say join game. Nope, wait. Yeah, it's either like this.
Yeah, I think so. It's also easier not to be the lobby.
Okay, yeah. Well, works like that. Now I forgot my sentence. StarCraft 2 screwing me.
And Romanticide begins.
Right. Why? Oh, come on.
What the colors?
I'm seeing something. And the viewers will see it now as well. Trigger decided to switch colors mid-series. I can't lie, I hate it. But at least Cristiano stayed on his pink.
I mean, it doesn't matter because Cristiano just always chooses.
Yeah. And honestly, blue and pink are easier to distinguish than red and pink, so I wouldn't mind if he stays a blue, to be honest. Well, speaking of that player that is in the blue for Alpha X, this is Trigger.
And up 1-0 in the series. The man who with the legend 8 CSO Cup championships under his belt. It is Blazes Cristiano. What players one gate expanding? Or are you just taking the low ground on this map anyhow? I guess we will find out in a second.
I'd say Stargate in the very front. Right, Trigger deciding to put it somewhere more usual.
Ah, looks like early fighting. Adept.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
And it was Adept in stock. I think
Trigger wins this one.
like no way he loses. Right? I was like confused why he choose fighter, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. And Trigger going for Phoenix, while Christiana going for Oracle, and this should be a blind counter like, effectively.
Yeah, and he will see the Oracle that time. Sure, he'll be happy. Losing the Stalker for that. I guess it hurts, but upon seeing the Phoenixes, Christiana deciding to keep the Oracles home for now. Nope, I lied. I would still go out. To be fair, what else would you do with them? Second target for Cristiano, who now also decides to join the Phoenix game. Oracles will be under pressure. Still getting 5 probes. I'd say that's good for 2 Oracles who were dead anyways. Or effectively dead. And Trigger will now fly in. Try to find these Phoenixes. But above a shield battery.
Yeah. Doesn't want to fight dead, I'm sure.
You're seeing the Phoenixes of both players heading to the base of Trigger. He has seen some. He likes his Dark Shrines. This one should get scouted. Nope. What did I miss? What exactly did Christiana see that made him recall? I don't quite understand.
Well, who truly does? Who truly is able to survive the deep dive into the minds of Protoss?
I mean, especially because he flew him right back.
Yeah,
just getting 4 kills.
Yeah. Absolutely zero idea what's going on.
Phoenix is on blue color, getting 7 kills, and are able to retreat as well. Christiana's Phoenix is heading right back. He has a way more. So Trigger definitely does not want a direct engagement. Maybe with Darkest Beneath. Or a battery.
Yeah, that should be enough. And I'm impressed by Trigger here, because like, once you go in a Phoenix game and you're that far behind, it can turn out really bad, but He was
He
able
holds
with
on
just
and-
the right moves, maybe a little bit lucky on the timings, was able to be hitting huge timings. There's force field here at home, and Cristiano with a double Oracle production because it's his only means of detection right now.
Yeah.
As long as he keeps the DTs out though, until this is done. I think he handled it fairly well.
So
Has to be
we'll
no
poke
aggressive
up.
with the rest of his ground force, but man, I'm not too optimistic here.
I think all the T's should be gone now. Yep, it looks like it. Phoenixes will poke in. That's not the best idea if they intend to live.
The one will die
There's
for
one.
sure.
Yeah, I'm afraid more will die. Actually, all of them. Alright. And this is a disaster for Trigger.
Yeah, giving Cristiano free roam about the airspace is not what you want to do. Let's
I
see.
mean, he's still equaling in supply. Getting up a nice little ground force and possibly just trying to out damage the Phoenixes. Or rather damage. Kill Cristiano faster than the Phoenixes can defend him. That's what I intended to say. Now have the oracles. There's not really that much to defend them. Actually, there's nothing at the moment. Only the battery is trying its best to heal up. While the Phoenix is going in, and now they pay off. I think Trigger wants to go into the base rate, but Cristiano's ground army isn't too bad. Getting the recall.
It's quite as
What
impressive
did he
ground
recall?
force from Trigger though. I'm not sure.
Like one stalker?
Maybe? I don't know. But I think it's actually hard to tell, but with the lift stuff coming in now.
Yeah, this is
should
Cristiano
decisive
defending.
victory here. I mean, the Archons are still hard to kill, but like once the point is coming that Phoenixes can really like be a part of this fight and lift some units, then you know it's really bad. And this Stalker is showing off his dance moves, goddamn. Sheesh. Bring it, boy.
You only have 3 seconds left to live. 1, 2, 3, gone. Meanwhile, the rest of the army will try to go in there again, and I still don't.
Huge stasis.
Yeah, I don't think it.
There's a lot of Archons, and with the shield battery in the back, it's just really hard for Trigger to engage.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
somehow
Cristiano's
manages-
Phoenix count is down to like 5.
Yeah, but they're not as like. Just having Chargers and Archons is way better right now, so it's. Gonna give them away gladly at this point, I would say. Just lifting off these Stalkers for the DPS is really nice, while the Archons fight each other, and I think Cristiano just has a bit more in his fight.
Yeah,
Oracle's now coming in to help as well. That may be a little bit of a waste, but be it as it may. Cristiano's able to fight back this army, and maybe for the final time of this game. I'll Trigger dropping to only 61 supply. It's looking dire
look
for
at
the
that
young
production
Canadian.
tab, by the way.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? Cristiano floating a casual 1,000, but now he can warp in 6 Templars at once, so it isn't as bad, is it?
Yeah, some more Stalkers warped in at home for Trigger. But at least 6 High Templars will be 3 more Archons. Which should join somewhere. Here they are. Cristiano will try to cut off a little of that army. Or accidentally do so. Might even get this around. Nope. And Cristiano will come in. And it looks like take home the second map victory.
It's just inevitable. I don't think
Yeah.
that Stalk is like, especially like with the charged out weapons, like when you have some units that can be really telling the Stalkers cancel out their mobility advantage, and with that brings us to game 2 and match series for Cristiano.
Yeah. Looking to take home a 9th CSO Cup. At least we've been told that he's an 8-time champion. And Trigger will need that reverse sweep. Let's see if he can bring something new to the table. Maybe some of that proxy action. What we've seen against Skillers.
It's funny, I wanted to say that the aggression was what brought him the victories, but actually, like, one game he won off of aggression, and the other one he won off of doing one gate expand. He tried that first game, but it didn't work out. Second game, he tried to be a little bit feisty with the Stargate, but... Well, let's see what Jagannatha brings us. Cristiano needs 5 minutes. Alright.
And we're gonna throw it into a break.
Alright. See you guys in a bit.
Are we gonna throw it into a break?
I don't know.
I mean, if Cristiano says 5 minutes, I don't think it's gonna be any second less.
Probably not, no.
Alright. Cristiano wants to keep it exciting. And gives us a short break. When we return, the grand finals will continue. It's 2-0 Cristiano. We'll be right back.
swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion.
Hello and welcome back to the grand, big, amazing finals of the CSO Cup. It's 2-0 Christiana in this best of 5. And this is map number 3. In the bottom left, the player trying to bring it back for the reverse sweep. This is Alpha X's Trigger.
In the top right side, 8-time CSO Cup champion, you know the name, has 3 serious points on his hands now. It displays as Christiana.
Right. Getting that probe scout. Trigger doesn't seem to like those. Oh, we'll scout a little later. Christiana likes to be really sure that there's nothing going on. Trigger only now will be able to confirm. All good, all standard so far. Use the gases. We'll do some stupid mineral denying. But we have our first bit of variation. Our Trigger starts off with 2 stalkers. We have 2 adepts on the side of Christiana.
Yeah, double adept for sure the more aggressive version of the 2, because you have to get some damage in with that. Well, with stalkers you could be aggressive, but you could also be just kicking it back. Gives you a lot of options. Let's see how how these 2 people wanna elaborate on that, apart from the first 2 minutes. It's double sentry from Christiana, which is quite interesting, because it's quite a lot of gas invested early on to this Both players being able to extend though, and Trigger saw that this is double adept, so he's gonna keep his Stalker's Helm, building 2 additional ones. Now it's Trigger that's going to the other side of the map. To Stalkers. It's only able to chip off shields of these adepts though. Alright, so let's see if Trigger can do something here. Shield battery is there though. He's greeted by units, so probably not. Cristiano on the other hand sent the adepts to the other side, like around the map. He's ready to take another shot at killing them juicy probes. Trigger Stalker's in position though to scout this out.
Yeah. Only one though so far. And that will go to the low round. Still got a probe or 2.
Yeah, I think 2 is where it should end, honestly. Where it should end. Third one going down.
Fourth one?
Fourth one even. And 1 adept going out. Not too shabby.
Yeah,
and
for losing
Cristiano
1
going for
adept.
Blink and,
that's-
going for Blink and +1. Well, it takes a little bit longer for Trigger, who is just now to build his forge. Both in the same gateway count. So not that much expected to happen in the nearest of futures.
Alright. Third base for Cristiano. A little bit later. Like maybe 10 or 20 seconds. And the one of Trigger. And Cristiano still ahead in probes. Is already starting to long distance mine. Both players having a decent idea of what the other player does. Cristiano will now try to get in there. I think the amount of stalkers and sentries is roughly even on either side, giving Trigger the home advantage of having faster reinforcements and shield batteries.
Yeah, Cristiano's more than a whole upgrade ahead though.
True. I forgot that for a second. That upgrade advantage will soon be gone. For at least some time until he gets +2. Gateway explosion.
Nice. Yep. And checking up double archives as well. In charge, of course. Getting ready for transitioning to the next stage of PvPs. It's gonna be the Charge of the Dark Immortal stage. To see who will be packing the deadlier punch. Yeah, big fight on the south side though. We shouldn't be mentioning that.
Yeah, I kind of disconnected my brain from the rest of my body. I'm very sorry.
Oh, I see. Christiana doesn't have a weapon opportunity on the other side of the map, which can really bite him. Yeah. We're losing a couple of these Archons, that is not nice. Kill 20 probes though, and this is just enough for trigger, and fortunately we missed the final part of this game, but that makes it Christiana.
Oh, so sorry.
3-0 sweep. And will be, I guess, his 9th CSO Cup victory and the first one of us going for a weekly cup.
Yeah. Really sorry for that ending. I kind of screwed that up. We still got the rest of the series and seriouses. And with that, wraps it up for the day, I think.
Yeah, join us next week, same time, for the next CSO Cup.
Again.
A little bit higher energy back then. I don't want to promise anything though.
Yeah.
And up until then, join us, redeem our Match Arena codes, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Trovo, follow us wherever you can, join our Discord server, and good day, good night, good morning, wherever you are. Stay safe, and see you guys soon.
Safe, it's true.